it's like they switched who wins and loses, and then the games have always been close. Even with Dabo and Paul Johnson as the head coaches, they've been really close games for the most part, except for the last couple of years when Brent has figured out how to stop this triple option. I think he's going to do it again today. I think he's got the same players he had last year and 2 years ago, and I think they know how to stop it, and I think they will. It'd be interesting if Paul Johnson throws out a wrinkle or two that Clemson's not used to. He's got a couple more veteran players this year, a veteran quarterback. He might do some different things just to try to maybe loosen up that Clemson defense. We'll see. Because one person he can exploit, especially if the running game does start going a little bit, is Tanner Muse. We all know it. We've seen it. We saw it last week. Tanner Muse is going to
emails to Will Vandervoort.
Well, it's the truth. I mean, you look at every big play, Tanner Muse has been involved in every one of them that's gone against the other team for the other team. And last week, for example, Georgia Southern, same thing happened on a trick play. That was Tanner Muse's bust on that play. So, so that's one of the things he may try to exploit that because it's on tape. You got 2 examples where you've seen it happen. So, but I don't think it's going to matter too much. I think Clemson's offense will get enough opportunities to score. I think they'll be more focused this week than they were last week. I'm going to say 31-10 Clemson.
All right, Gavin, what's your prediction here?
Well,
what are you laughing at, Will?
My score prediction that I had in mind, I'll just go and say it was exactly the same as Will's.
You said that last week.
I mean, that's exactly what I was going to say, but let me explain my reason. So 31-10 is my score prediction. But let me I think Georgia Tech will find a way to get a score at some point. I mean, it's just going to be tough to shut out that offense, in my opinion. But I just the way I see it, Georgia Tech's they're just not very good. I mean, they're just nowhere near Clemson's caliber of talent. I mean, they lost to Pittsburgh, lost to USF. This is not a Georgia Tech team of the past that has really given Clemson fits. I mean, I think Clemson jumps on them early, takes what crowd is there out of the game early, puts Georgia Tech behind the 8 ball early, and if you get them behind early, then you're in good position because they can't make up a lot of points. They're not a chunk play type of offense where they can make up points quickly. So I see Clemson jumping on them early. Clemson's going to be excited. They're not playing Mary Poppins or Chitty Chitty Bang Bang this week. They're playing actually an ACC team, first conference game on the road. There's going to be excitement for the Tigers, and I think they go out and take care of business pretty easily on Saturday.
All right, these guys got the same score, so we'll see how that goes.
You'll still ask us on Saturday.
I will say, no, I got that. I'll ask you what it is, and I'll just be able to duplicate it. I do expect there to be a lot of Clemson fans. You mentioned the crowd. I've seen a lot of talk on our board this week about a lot of Georgia Tech fans putting their tickets up for sale. So I expect to see a lot of orange there. Trevor Lawrence's first game near home. He's not from Atlanta, which some people may think, but he's about 45 minutes an hour up the road. But expect a big crowd there. I'm not going to go quite as high. I'm learning my lesson each week, 70s down to 50s.
Really?
But I'm still going to go higher than these guys.
Oh, that's what you meant by you're not going to go as far as high.
I do think got to go a little lower this week because there's not going to be as many possessions. So if you don't have as many possessions, obviously you're not going to score as many points. I do expect Georgia Tech to score a little more than these guys. I do expect Clemson to score a little more than these guys. I think Clemson doesn't come out and get to a super start. They seem to have struggled early in the game this year so far, and we've seen that in the past. And I think the quarterback battle and the jitters there has a little something to do with it. I'm going to go Clemson 45, Georgia Tech 24. Take any of the scores here, but hopefully we'll all be right. We'll be coming home 1-0 and getting ready for undefeated Syracuse coming to town. Stay tuned to TCI. We'll have everything covered all weekend long, 5 strong in Atlanta. Gavin and I got a nice trip planned for Friday night. Bring you guys some great coverage at that as well. So stay tuned to TCI for the most complete coverage of Clemson football.